Yo, what's good out there, world? Welcome to this edition of Trademarks What You Cooking. And today, I'm going to take Sunday's leftovers and turn it into this week's lunch. So I'm going to take these pork chops and this rice that I had for dinner Sunday, and I'm going to turn it into some pork fried rice. So stay tuned and come get these ingredients for this pork fried rice. And the ingredients are as follows. So here are the ingredients that I'm going to be using to make this pork fried rice. And the ingredients are as follows. So right here I have 3 pork chops left over from Sunday's dinner, and I'm going to dice those up. Here I have 2 cups of white rice. Right here I have about 10 to 12 medium-sized shrimps. I already deveined them and took the shell from off of it. Here I have a little bit of gravy that was left over. I'm going to be using 3 large eggs. Right here I took 4 green onions and I diced those up. This is like 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and I'm also going to be using like 1 to 2 tablespoons of not tablespoons but teaspoons of this minced garlic. And back here to season my shrimps, I use a little onion powder, some roasted garlic and bell pepper, some garlics and herbs. I got some pink Himalaya salt with garlic and pepper, and some Slap Your Mama Creole seasoning. I'm also going to be using some virgin olive oil. So once again, here are the ingredients that I'm going to be using to make this pork fried rice. Now, let's get to cooking. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to season my shrimps. I'm not going to do no measurements, but I will let you know what I'm using to season my shrimps with. First, I'm going to use a little bit of this Slap Your Mama Creole seasoning. I'm also going to use some of this McCormick salt-free garlic and herbs. I'm going to use a little of this onion powder. And also to give it a little heat, I'm going to use some of this salt-free roasted garlic and bell pepper. Now I'm just going to mix this all around and make sure some of the seasoning get on all of the shrimps. And I'm going to meet y'all at the stove. So now I added 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter to the pan. And I'm going to let that heat up a little bit, and now add in some olive oil. And I'm going to let all of this heat up before I add in the shrimps. So now my pan is nice and hot, and I'm going to set my shrimps in. And I'm just going to cook my shrimps like 2 minutes per side. Flip it and get it up the pan. So now that my shrimps had cooked on both sides for 2 minutes, I'm going to remove them now and just put them on a serving bowl, and we're going to get to the next step. So now let's saute our green onions. I've already added 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter to the pan, and I'm just going to let that melt. I'm actually going to put my fire up a little bit, and I'm going to add my green onions. And I'm just going to let these saute like for 2 minutes. So now I'm going to add 1 heaping teaspoon of minced garlic. And I'm going to let this saute like for another 60 seconds. So now I'm going to add my already cooked leftover pork chops in. And I don't have to add any seasoning to this because my pork chops are already seasoned. Now I'm going to add my shrimps back in. And constantly stirring. So now I'm gonna get ready to just put a little circle right here in the middle. And I'm going to add my eggs. So now I done already scrambled my eggs. And I'm just gonna put that right here in the middle of this pork and shrimps. And before I even start to scramble it, I'm going to just let it sit there probably like for 60 seconds before I even start moving it around. So now I'm going to start scrambling my eggs. So now I'm going to add in 2 cups of this day-old rice. And now I'm just going to mix this all in together. So now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce by adding 1 tablespoon at a time. And now I'm just going to mix it up. And the reason why I decided to add it in 1 tablespoon at a time, because sometimes I just don't want to overdo it. I'll rather just add in a little at a time instead of adding too much at one time. So after mixing this up, I decided to put the other tablespoon of soy sauce in. And I'm going to mix this up. I've decided I'm going to steam some broccoli and add the broccoli to the fried rice. And once all that get done, I'll be back. Now this part is totally optional. Now when I get shrimp fried rice or any type of fried rice when I'm out, I always ask for gravy over my rice. So I'm going to add in this pork gravy that I had with the pork chops on Sunday. And I'm going to just mix all this in together.